I can go next. I use it a little differently because I don't have a class to teach. So I'm always a guest in someone's class. And with COVID, it made it very difficult because almost all my lessons are very interactive. And so with Nearpod, that's what pulled me to Nearpod is I could make it interactive. So I could go in when our students were first face to face, I could actually go in virtually, and then the students would log on, kind of like Kevin did in the beginning. When everybody was home, I could do it in two different ways. So I would set up lessons so that they can log on and do it self-paced. And I'll share my screen and I'll show you. So this one is a basic lesson. This is what you would see from the teacher side, but you can see each one of these that are blue, each slide, that's something for them to do. And that kept them engaged. And that's what I liked about this. Even if I'm not running the lesson myself, there's something for them to do, questions for them to answer. The results, I love it. This is kind of what you were showing, Kevin. This is the overall. It'll break it down. In this particular lesson, I had 4 different interactive things that they did. So when I'm working with a class, it'll give you a breakdown. This happened to be a personality lesson, so it kind of gives you a breakdown of the class. But the other thing that's really cool in there and that students have fun with is they can draw. And so you can set it up. If it's a live lesson, you can set it up so that this doesn't make sense right now, but it made sense to the lesson we were doing. It's a personality test. So as they're drawing, they get to see what their classmates are doing. We'll always take time so they can talk with one another about it. And then this is that collaborative board that you were talking about. You can set this up so students can see it as they go. They can actually very easily post pictures for an answer. They can like each other's answers. But this was helpful to me because it helped people interact with one another. It helped me get some feedback rather than just talking to a blank screen, that sort of thing. So for me, this was really helpful to be able to get into classes, be interactive, but also get some feedback rather than just hope for the best and wonder if it went well.
That's very good, and you brought up a couple really. I mean, all of it was good, but a couple things really stood out in that. You know, you have the self-paced where students don't have to be in the lesson live. You know, they could be watching a video that you post, or maybe even a presentation, a slide deck that you post, and they can click through that Nearpod lesson and take part in those activities. A lot of instructors, from what I've heard over the term, is obviously this is difficult. I don't feel like, you know, we're as intentional with the instruction as we can be because students are in multiple different places. So I'm not sure if they're getting it. You throw those Nearpod activities in there, you know, here and there and along the way, and you're getting that feedback. And it's just another piece that you have. And additionally, you know, it doesn't have to be a presentation. You know, it's easy to look at this Nearpod and be like, I need to throw my PowerPoint slides in there. I need to throw the Nearpod slides in there. It can just be activities that you move through, only activities. So at, you know, 10 minutes into class, or maybe at the start you say, how you doing? And they fill out that one. And then you move 10 minutes later and you have another, you know, a collaborate board. And I think that's, you know, a powerful tool and all the different options that it